What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Talk Box. This is our 2023 season finale. We're here today looking back on the reminiscence of the past and everything that's been going on in this goofy-ass year that was actually pretty shit. I'm pretty sure most people had a bad year. I had a bad year. But anyway, we're here today. This is my co-host, Louie, and our new guest today, Jake.
Hello. What's going on?
We gotta get a better applause noise.
Well, you have one. It's just I can't do it because the server is not boosted.
You have clap with laugh and then just a clap.
Oh, okay. So we just have the regular applause. All right.
Make sure your soundboard volume is a little low because some of these are a little loud.
I'm probably only gonna be using the clap.
It sounds like I have to. There we go. Yeah, raise your volume a bit, you guys, and then I think that we're good. I always have to double check my shit when we do this because it's almost never perfect, and then I realize, oh god, we had music playing the whole time.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Drowning us out.
Welcome back. It's been a long year. Do we have any New Year's resolutions that people want to have happen this year?
Not suck.
That's a good one. I like that
right.
one.
Sounds about right.
I think we can maybe pull that off. I don't know. My proficiency bonus may not be about it. What the hell?
I will find a way to roll persuasion.
Oh.
I'll find a set of dice in this house. I swear to God.
Roll for persuasion.
Oh shit.
We have a
D&D.
We need to have like a D&D thing embedded in our Discord because we really do need that.
I rolled an 8.
No!
Oh.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of year. Hey, it's 2024. Okay, 10 years ago. I don't know about you guys, but 2014 was like the best year in my fucking life. I graduated high school. I got the hell out of that shithole. Got away from most of those people, and then moved on with my life. And so far, so good, I guess. Not really, but here and there, riding the waves, all Talusahashi style or whatever they call it. But yeah. What about you, Louie? You have any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah. I mean, I guess with proposing to Eddie soon, so I had to lose that weight.
True. That's
before I get married.
We had the same one.
That's a big one.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
I had to not be fat.
And it's not just like losing weight, because like I can just lose weight easy. It's working out. Like I just need to just like strengthen my body.
Man,
so,
that's the easiest part for me.
Need to get that done.
I would go to the gym like a year ago. I used to go to the gym pretty regularly, and I was getting pretty beefy. And the more I would do like heavy like working out, the more I wanted to eat. So I would just eat more and more and more to build on those pounds for that muscle. And god damn it, now I'm not going to the gym, and now I'm just a fat boy. But the food's still there. It's lurking around every corner.
The food is still there.
Oh God!
By the way, I love the suit.
Thank you.
I love the suit.
I went with the blue today. I hate wearing blue and recording videos here because I'm in Angel's chair, and I've offered to give the chair back to her like multiple times, and it's got the red on it, so the red and the blue are super conflicting, and it makes me want to have a brain aneurysm. Of course, nobody wants to have a brain aneurysm, but god damn it, I hate that so much. It just doesn't look good.
You need to sit a little taller in your chair, bro, because look at mine. Mine's the same fucking way.
Oh, God.
I gotta sit up a little taller.
See, Jake has a chair that he could wear whatever he wants in that, and then he, the white doesn't stop with it goes with everything,
No, it's fucking neutral for everything.
Yeah.
You can fucking match anything.
Damn. Are we being women right now? Are we like, are we actually like talking about this? We're literally being women.
Yeah, but Louie, does your chair go all the way
your
back?
chair. It brings out your eyes.
You want to see
Oh my
something?
god, thank you.
Let me unblur my stuff real quick.
Oh god.
All right.
There it is.
Okay.
So you see my chair, right?
Yeah.
Basic ass fucking cheap chair.
Cheap Trick. Oh,
Look at this shit.
Wow.
it's
Tell
blue.
it. This is Eddie's chair, dude.
That looks so
fucking
good.
shit can recline and shit.
But can it do
Fucking
this?
Yeah,
It's
can
got
it go all the way
pillows.
back?
I love that.
There we go.
And I'm just sitting in this cheap ass fucking chair.
So,
He's got like a fucking $1 million chair over here.
damn, your blur looks pretty good there.
I am perfect.
Your hands are kind of gone.
He is blur, man.
We had a pretty long year, guys, and it's safe to say that the Game of the Year's award. We talked about that a little bit in the last episode, but have we all tried Baldur's Gate yet? Because I can tell you for sure I have not.
Wait, are you fucking with her right now?
No, I'm not. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't.
Oh. I
I've
will
never
say
played it.
this. I refuse to have a discussion about Game of the Year while acknowledging the obvious, because Baldur's Gate is one of those games that there's just so much you can do with it. The only thing holding you back most of the time is you.
Really?
If you can't figure it out, come back in a little bit. You'll probably be way too overpowered and just stomp through it.
Okay. So I saw a few clips out of it, but one of the biggest things that I know about is that you can like bang a druid, and that was a pretty big meme for a while. I didn't even watch it. I haven't even seen a playthrough.
99% of the characters in Baldur's Gate 3 are romanceable.
Ooh.
So
Like,
I do not belong in the. I think it was 30% was the last statistic they put out for it, for the people that had romanced Halson. I'm kind of judging the 30% of people that did let him stay in the bear form during the romance scene. I personally romanced Shadowheart. She is my waifu for lifu.
Oh yeah, I saw like a chaotic no like an alignment chart with all the characters. I think she made it on one of the not really like an alignment chart, but like taking you through the McDonald's drive-through thing. And I think she was like one of the characters that was like takes you through the drive-through, gets orders a single black coffee while the kids are cheering, and then leaves and doesn't get them anything.
it's me.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Shadowheart to a T.
That's accurate.
Oh, it's accurate. Like to a point though. Like it's funny because like going into playing Baldur's Gate, especially after the early access and the console release, especially because I had all you had to say was you were putting D&D on a console, and I was fucking sold. Because
Yeah.
I've been playing D&D since before the pandemic, and it is my mental health boon for the week. Despite the fact that more often than not, my players absolutely savage my bathole, so to say.
Oh, that's I think that's something most DMs have in common is that they always if I make an encounter for like my group. I haven't played in a bit. We haven't played in a bit. It's been a little bit, but even my past groups, when I've made an encounter, I'm like sometimes with like the plot wise, they're at a point where it's supposed to be more intense and the plot is supposed to be rolling towards like the climax. I'm like, ooh, okay, let's make this more dangerous, and then they just fucking steamroll it, and it's like, okay, like fuck. I thought this would be.
I'll make it harder next time.
Yeah, and then they steamroll that, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
See, what's really bothersome for me is like throwing a CR26 monster with a couple like CR8s, so it doesn't run too long, but it's still like some relatively decent CR8s. So the balance is still there, and I still don't like potentially run that whole one round boss encounter. Of course, through a series of complete bullshit and my mistakes, they managed to paralyze an archfiend and just completely nuke it in one turn.
Just
They're
completely
geniuses.
nuke it. They just kill it, and it's just dead. And it's like, okay, this was supposed to be a fight. I actually,
This
I guess the only combat that I really had with my first group that I was DMing, that was actually really good. Uh, some of them didn't like it because they hated it because they were fighting Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and so it was just the basic vampire like stats, but I gave him the world, and he knocked three of them unconscious in the middle of the fight, and it was really close, and they were really fast turns, so it was really fun. But other than that, the only other combat that I had that was kind of interesting. Have you ever heard of the DC Comics? Fuck, what are they called? It's like all the multiversal Batman that are like evil.
yes, the Dark
Yeah,
Knights.
Oh.
yes. So they had like Murder Machine was the cyborg version. Well, I did that, but with one of their characters, and I had a Doomsday version of them. So every time this Doomsday version took damage from a damaged source, he would become resistance. He would get resistance for that damage type. And then if he got hit a second time with that damage source, he would become immune.
See, that is that's nutty.
It was fun though. They beat it. It took a bit. He had like 300 health. It wasn't like super crazy, but it was still fun.
Every time my group pisses me off, I go to the stat block for the final boss and I throw like one more like messed up thing, tweak a number here or there, just to, make myself feel better. Because trust me, I've wanted to make an epic send off, and if I have to go over 1,000 health, I will.
Oh, that's definitely a thing. Like oh, they killed this creature, and I don't want to tell them how much health it has, so I just like erase it and write like an extra few hundred on there. Just type in a new numerical. Man, it gets kind of like Louis actually is a player in my more recent, as well as Angel, as my more
yeah.
recent games, and we haven't played in a while. We've been doing it online, but we've been pretty busy with a lot of different things, and her computer pooped out on her, and we just had a lot. Robert came
Life
down.
getting in your way.
Yeah, Robert came down for Christmas, and so it was just very. We haven't played, unfortunately.
I've been trying to keep up with my every Thursday, but of course with the holidays and whatnot, it's not always easy.
Yeah, everybody's doing that thing where they're all holly and jolly, and we're just trying to get you to get your schedules to line up so that way we can do holly jolly D&D stuff. Like, wait, who the fuck said that? We had, like, one of our last guests, Beth. She's a dog trainer. We had her on the show. Do a little bit of a recap with that. She said they were in the middle of a campaign where they were like fighting evil Santa Claus, and all the player characters were all like toys, and like one was a rat, and yeah.
No, that is that definitely. I love the ideas people come up with for a D&D encounter during the holidays, especially.
I think that's what makes
Uh,
it so interesting in general. Just D&D, you could do anything with it, and it'll probably be fun.
oh, I've run actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Bless you. And what the fuck? Hollywood Cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, absolutely. It was a very off the wall encounter, and the dynamic of my group is it's me and a bunch of younger guys.
Right.
Like I want to say like our youngest is like 23, 24,
Mm-hmm.
and I am the resident fossil. So I'll have like this super cool like funny reference, lined up in the back of my head, and I'll say it, and they're like, "Jake, what are you talking about?"
Oh yeah, it's just
I
they're hip.
Well, it's not that they're hip. It's just that like I'm so old. Like I still remember like playing Zelda Ocarina of Time on the N64. That's how old I
I'm
am.
about to hurt your feelings because I actually haven't even played a single Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah, same
Oh.
same here.
My boy.
I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 and I haven't played Elden Ring because I want to save it for when I'm an old man and all my friends have already passed away. When I'm in senior living, I want to have something I can play to look back on and go, this is the same game that they played, so now I'm with them still in some degree.
Oh
Brandon,
my
you're gonna
god.
kill yourself. Like I feel like that's assisted suicide.
Oh yeah,
Is
he's right.
what?
He's
Like,
right.
are you shitting me?
You'll probably have like a fucking heart attack or some type of brain aneurysm
That's
or
gonna
something,
happen
dude.
anyway when I'm that age, right? Like,
Yeah, well, that game
Now,
will
hold on.
probably induce it.
Are we talking like 80s, 90s? Like give me an age of reference here for me to like assess your heart risk for this
well, I
game.
don't
Like
have too
be
many
real with me.
people. I don't have too many people crossed out of my yearbook yet, but there's a few of them that have already etched out.
What?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
What are your kids gonna find it in like 60 years and be like, Jesus, is this a hit list,
is he a
Grandpa?
hitman? He's
As you
in
wheeled into the
Black
room with the
book.
breathing apparatus.
Yeah, got like my fucking oxygen tank, and I come in and like no one can know.
Just the menacing, like it's you, like tickety tapping away at the voice to text,
I want to
and it's just
say,
Microsoft spam.
oh my god, I want to say at least 50% of them may be died off by the time we're like 45. Maybe no, that's being too pessimistic. You know,
Yeah,
I had
that's a real glass half full
yeah.
type response there.
I'm just saving. I'm saving those single player games for when I'm a little bit older. I guess I want to
Oh,
get through Resident Evil 4 next. I'm taking my time slowly on these games because I have a lot of them to play, and I don't have a lot of time.
all I'm saying, oh well, yeah, no, that's a big thing with
Jesus.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's gonna take like I got into Skyrim when I was like 2000 and fucking 17ish, I think. I don't even remember, but I mean we got like so many different iterations of Skyrim. Oh god, excuse me. I played the fuck out of Skyrim, dude. I mean, I got so many hours in that goddamn game. Makes me want to go back and try Oblivion.
See, honestly, I cannot say the same. I went through like a good 6 month period where I was super big into Skyrim, like had it all janked out to hell on PC, and just I ran my course with it around the time John Guard had come out,
John.
and I could not be forced to play it anymore by that point.
I mean, I got like over 1,800 hours in Smite, I think. I don't know. I had to double check that, but I have Steam right here. I don't know if it's gonna pull up the right thing, but Steam it's a library. Smite 1,897.3 hours. Damn.
Wow.
How many days is that?
What is it?
Well, I got it right here. 1,800 and that's in 97 hours
I don't know. You tell me.
is how many days? Is how many years? No. It's only
Good gravy.
It's 79 days.
Jesus.
I've played
79.
79 days worth of fucking Smite, dude.
Hey,
Good Lord, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Get a life, bro.
I don't think that counts like all of my accounts, but I mean sometimes I get like deserter penalty because I lose internet or something. So I had one time where I lost internet and then I got a deserter penalty, and then I lost internet again. I got a bigger deserter penalty, and I had like a 900-minute deserter penalty, and I was like, fuck this. So I made another account and started playing with it.
The spoof account.
Yeah, I never made a Smurf though. I was never really interested in beating like kids or like bots.
I'm really
See-
glad you finished that sentence there.
Right?
What?
I got a little
That was-
scared. I got a little scared.
You're staring yourself. Stop it.
I don't know. That was a pretty sussy freaking sentence.
Well, I mean, people that are bad at the game, because you got like a skill-based matchmaking when you start the game, it's going to put you up against people who have nothing, or you get put up against
Wait, what game are you
pros.
talking about?
Smite.
The thing
Oh, yeah,
everybody
the game
bitches
that I
complains
think-
about with
I think
Call of Duty
And
games.
That's
Jazz were
true.
just talking about the words that you used.
I'm feeling that
in
now.
sentence.
I said the words beat and kids, so yeah, I
Yes.
suppose it definitely is. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Like, if you're upset about skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, take a tip from the Dark Souls community. Get good, casual.
I hate that because I hate skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty because half of the people that play that game, I feel like hey, I feel like they've really watered down like mods for like hacking to make it appear less obvious that they're hacking. Like a lot of it's just like it's not as snappy as it used to be. I feel like they deliberately watered it down to make it harder to catch. But at the same time, it's like, there's these Twitch streamers and these kids that just get to play all fucking day. And they'll whoop my ass or whatever. But it's not very often. A lot of the time, I die to something stupid. Like I complain about physics a lot. Like, I think physics are my most favorite aspect of a game. That's why Grand Theft Auto 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. Halo 3 is one of my favorite games of all time, and Left 4 Dead 2 is also like the physics don't have to be like real life. I didn't care much for Battlefield. I like physics that were breakable. Like you could break the game with the physics and do something stupid with it. I always thought that was my favorite aspect to that kind of gaming. They nerfed vehicles. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but that was why I stopped playing Warzone, because they nerfed vehicles. Because now you can't drive the 4-wheeler to the roof on Ashita Island, and that was like what I used to do all the time. Was I used to just run people over, and now you can't do that because it sucks. But yeah.
You mean
Wait, they stop that now?
They stopped that during Warzone 2.0. And like I would be able to drive to the roof of that building on Ashita Island, and then I would be able to drive on the solar panels and fucking ramp off the solar panels up to the highest point on the building.
Yeah.
And now I can't even get up the first flight of stairs. It doesn't let you. Like you don't have enough traction on the vehicle, which it just seems like a stupid fucking thing to nerf to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, it does maintain the balance of the game because you can't just go like Unga Bunga Gorilla Mode and just run people over for free kills.
You should see some of my clips from Rebirth Island during the first Warzone, man. The first resurgence. Oh my god, man! I was running people over.
See, I'm over here like coming out the gate with all these controversial opinions, and I'm dog shit at Call of Duty. Absolute ass.
It's you have a very decent perspective on that because you said get good scrub, and that's what a lot of people need. People need to stop being so soft when it comes to games and blaming lad, because when you looked at the what was the community recently, the Counter-Strike community, when they posted that they didn't post it, but it was the some kind of conference where the guy was like talking, and he said most of the people were complaining about the new game, and they were saying, oh well, the lad's so bad, what's happening, these servers are so bad, my ping, my lad. And so he was like, he told the rest of the people that he worked with, just change the numbers. Just bring the 100 to like the 50 or something, just like change the numbers and make it look like their ping got better. And the entire Counter-Strike community was like, oh my god, you guys did so good, thank you so much. Like they literally changed nothing. But It was their own internet that was the problem. So it's literally just a
Like,
get good scrub situation.
and that's the thing is a lot of these issues, like, and mind you, we've all complained about lag or one thing or another about a game, especially like God knows we were all high school kids playing Call of Duty once. We've all complained about the lag.
Mm-hmm.
Not once did anybody ever come out and say, maybe talk with your internet service provider and get better internet.
Fair.
Like the beauty of where I'm living in Lakeland is the internet service provider is so much better. Like, I was playing games online with absolutely no lag, not a single drop frame or anything. Like, downloads lightning fast. And I'm seeing, like, anywhere else I go, I'm dropping signal. I'm like, probably best not to play a game of Call of Duty right now.
I've had so many lag issues in my life, but I feel like a lot of it was due to my processor. Like, I've never been able to actually like run a game properly, and now like I said, I have this fucking like $3,000 computer that I just got for Christmas from a newly more close friend of mine now. Which is weird to say because there's still, a lot to discuss there, a lot to unpack. But the fact that I have this computer, like, I just started playing Warzone again, and I played Counter-Strike, and I'm like, dude, this is smooth. Like, I don't have any problems anymore. I used to, even my internet, like, I have a wired connection now. I don't have a stupid fucking Wi-Fi adapter or whatever. And I'm playing these games, and I'm like, wait a second, why am I not just teleporting to the ground after pulling my parachute and just instantly dying? Like, why am I not just immediately freezing and teleporting in circles and rubber banding and just dying anymore? Oh, wait, I did something about it.
You hardwired it.
Right, and just the fact that I can run everything on high graphics now is beautiful, especially for the channel as well. So now we can game in high graphics, and we can play some Resident Evil 4. That's coming soon, guys. Tune in for that. But yeah. Well, speaking of Resident Evil 4, what is your favorite Capcom game of all time?
Oh, don't do this to me.
I have to.
Oh God, that is a very loaded question, because let me tell you, Capcom has put out some absolute fucking bangers.
They have.
Like,
They're one of my favorites.
I have to pick just one. You give me three, I can tell you right offhand. Like, I can give you three.
All right.
100%.
Give me your three, and then let's think about which one is better.
Okay. Well, if we're talking like personal favorites, I'm not going to pick any more than one Resident Evil game, because that's just kind of unfair. Like, I could sit here and just talk about 3 Resident Evil games that stick out every other game in the series, but Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the 1998 Resident Evil 3. It's a brilliant fucking game. There's a lot under the hood that a lot of people, if you're not like a diehard Resident Evil fan, you're not gonna get as much like, oh wow, that's brilliant sort of thing, unless you're diving deep in. Like, play that game more than once and try some things different.
I haven't
You'll
played
see
that
a
one,
whole different side of it.
the original release.
Why other classic games?
I did play the remake, which I really did enjoy that. There's like a weird comparison I have between 3 and 2. 2 I find to be much more terrifying. 3 I find to be more action-packed, which is the same comparison that I have between Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3, which I didn't really enjoy Dead Space, but I didn't enjoy Dead Space 3. I like Dead Space 2. But I did enjoy Resident Evil 3. And the fact that Nemesis was just an absolute unit was really fun. But Mr. X was just his stomping around, especially the moment when you had to jack up the bookshelf so you can move the bookshelf so where you can cross over to get to the clock tower. That moment, you can't see anything behind you. So you have no idea if he's right behind you. And then you fucking change camera angles and he's right there. It's like, oh my god, like, fuck. I think that was just an all around scarier game for me. Was Resident Evil 2. I don't know why I enjoyed that more, but
So a lot of so I'll say this as the I guess resident Capcom shill. The Resident Evil community is a very unique group where we can never be satisfied by anything.
I feel there's a lot
I am
though. There's a lot of different communities.
oh it dude you I'm one of the more
Okay,
accepting.
community.
I love any addition to the lore because I'm gonna flat out admit it, I'm a lore slut. Like you give me a game with a ton of stuff for me to like dive deep into and research and I'll eat it up.
Me too. I
But so many people hate on Resident Evil 3 remake.
I mean, a lot of
And
the lore, like, aren't there like Japanese plays, like theatrical plays that do a lot of the lore, like that's missing in between? I feel like that I've seen.
so like the main issue with 3 is that there's a couple of different there's 2 different endings to the game and it's kind of conjecture as to which ending is the canon ending.
Okay.
For me it's Barry saves Jill because Barry Burton is my absolute favorite Resident Evil character. I will not hear any argument to the contrary. He's the best.
Okay.
But it really depends on the decisions made during the game. A lot of people don't like the remake because of the fact that they changed so much. People will bitch and complain about the clock tower segment because they took out the giant spiders. It's like, bro, they weren't even that good. Like, they're a waste of shotgun ammo at best and a run to the blue herb suppository bullshit, like, at absolute worst.
I
Like,
feel like that's like the arachnophobia people that are saying that. They're like, why didn't you put my fear in there? Like, why did you remove the thing I'm scared of?
bitch, it ain't about you.
Exactly, and that's the thing about these games is that everyone has their own personal bias, and that's the beauty of having an opinion. It's not super valuable all the time, but I digress. You could say that about me. You should say that about me, and you will. So thank you for providing that criticism to my shitty opinions.
I mean, you putting words in my mouth there, buddy. I haven't said nothing yet.
I was staring at the camera, so I'm speaking at my whole audience.
Oh,
Which
it's just
is-
completely breaking the fourth wall as
yeah.
I fade in and out of view.
We don't want to hop into breaking the fourth wall, because then I'll just sit here for an hour complaining about how She-Hulk is terrible.
Oh God, stop!
I heard you over there.
She-Hulk was fucking terrible.
I still think if they made that fucking show like Suits, like where it was focused more around like the lawyering, it would have been fucking mwah, fucking so good.
It really would have been so much better, dude.
I
It probably would have
don't.
brought a lot more different audiences to watch it.
I
Yeah,
don't think that Marvel thought that would work.
I don't think Marvel thought.
I don't even think they thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
because they
think-
fucking the way that they just planned that whole entire show. I don't know how they were going to bring that into any other film or whatever.
They
in
said,
the
we
future."
have the rights, so we have the money, and we will have your attention. Thank you.
So what's gonna
Listen.
happen with the next movie or show that she's in? Like, let's say she does like a Doctor Strange movie. You know what I'm saying?
Just trying to start
Is
twerking.
she gonna just like break the fourth wall in the middle of a Doctor Strange movie?
Well, I mean, how they would do that solely depends on the quality they could provide, because She-Hulk is a very fourth wall breaky character in general, so they could totally do that fine in the first place. But what they really fucked up was the fact that they made the whole fucking plot about misogyny, which is weird, because the whole time she's a character who has no problems. Like, there is no character development. She doesn't have any conflict. There's no struggle. She became She-Hulk. Okay, so she had to learn
That's
how to
her
be.
struggle.
Yeah, well, yeah. But then Bruce was like, "I'm gonna teach you how to control your shit," and then that was over with the first episode. Then it was like, she's She-Hulk, so she got fired. Which legally, that's discrimination. There's like 3 different points in being a lawyer. There's 3 different arguments to bring up as to why she should have never been fired in the first place. But hey, whatever. It was a good thing that she got fired because she didn't have to solve any of her problems. In the fucking next few scenes, she got offered a brand new job and took the brand new job. So basically, anytime any kind of conflict arose, somebody else already completed the problem for her. Like, she literally had no problems. She was literally just handed everything on a silver platter the whole fucking show, but she was constantly complaining and bitching about men. So that's what made it shit. If she had like actual conflict that she herself as a character had to change to complete or to conquer, then yeah, good, cool. But the whole plot ended up being like, the villain was fucking Kevin Feige, like a robot, and the writers. Like, why is my show bad? It's just the writers. Let's break the fourth wall to go talk to them. It's like, so you're making a joke about how you can't write a show, and you think it's not cringe, and you think it's funny, but it's actually just, you're bad.
Yeah.
Like,
You just proved that you were just a shitty show. Not even planned out properly.
on that topic,
There was
the Resident
honestly,
Evil
there was
show.
one good thing about that show,
Yeah.
and it was the main villain, Titania, when she like tripped and just broke her fucking teeth. That was the funniest part of the entire show. That was the best part.
I'm not even gonna weigh in on this because I don't want to like come out and say my opinion on She-Hulk and then like never get invited back because your community hates me.
No, no, man. I'm a very cancelable man. Okay, I can't keep my mouth fucking
I
shut.
like She-Hulk. That's the thing. I'm easily able to completely nuke my expectations. Like 100% easily able to nuke my expectations for anything. So like I can't be disappointed.
What do you mean? You like She-Hulk?
It is a fucking terrible adaptation of the character. It is so bad. But taking aside how shit of an adaptation of a character it is, I did find myself laughing at a lot of the shit and just kind of enjoying myself just for the moment because like
okay, that's a fair thing to do. Like, okay, yeah, it was kind of goofy. You had fun. That's like No Way Home.
I can admit it's absolute dog shit. Like it's a bad show in terms of like She-Hulk, but it's not a bad show in the sense that I can't find something to enjoy about it.
Okay,
you know.
Okay, because I personally I really like the character Juan until this because it didn't make sense. Because remember Shang-Chi? Have we all seen the movie Shang-Chi?
I have not.
Okay, so in Shang-Chi, when they're having the fucking cage match, Wong is fighting the Abomination in a cage match in some fucking. Is someone knocking on the door? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so they're having that cage match, and after the cage match, Wong is basically talking to Abomination about pulling his punches. He's coaching Abomination, which doesn't make sense because in She-Hulk, he says he has to fight a worthy opponent in order to prove that he can and train to become the Sorcerer Supreme or whatever. So that was a massive contradiction. So it's like, why are you trying to fight an entity that could destroy like 5 fucking city blocks? I mean, completely massacre a fucking city, and in a cage match surrounded by tons of innocent civilians. The show lost all logic for me, and that's what No Way Home did for me too. It lost all logic and made no fucking sense because there were like an innumerous amount of witnesses and evidence provided to show that Mysterio was the one wrong in manipulating the situation in Paris or whatever. And there was so much evidence against him that even Matt Murdock said that the charges were going to be dropped in No Way Home. So if that's the case, James Jonah Jameson is a fucking crazy person and is basically Alex Jones trying to push the narrative and agenda that Mysterio was right, which doesn't make any sense because there's a ton of people that all watched the elemental monsters fade away and the drones were obviously there, and we all know those are Mysterio's drones. So I could list off more evidence of to how Mysterio was just blatantly the villain because he tried to kill all of Spider-Man's friends. He tried to murder all of them. They were all witnesses to it. And he also said some shit about how, oh no, Spider-Man was murdering a bunch of people, but there's no dead people. So there's no murdered.
Yeah.
There's no murdered people. There's witnesses to the drones. There's witnesses to actually being attacked by the drones. And so James Jonah Jameson is a fucking stupid person for believing Mysterio in general. So why would the college that Peter Parker is trying to get into believe Alex Jones, the man that wants to turn that thinks that the water's turned into the frauds gay, over the court the court of law? Why would they?
Yeah.
Why would the college deny Peter Parker because they're worried about James Jonah Jameson? And if that's the case, why would Peter Parker want to go to a college that would believe Alex Jones about him?
Very true.
There's so many problems I have with just the initial beginning to that, and it blows my mind. And also the sling ring, because you know, like the little ring that you put on as a sorcerer, and you do the circles to make the portals. So,
Yes.
so that is also a problem because in the first Doctor Strange, he's like, all you had to do is fucking envision the place or imagine the face of the person. So when Ned is closing his eyes and he's doing the circles, he's imagining Peter Parker with the Tom Holland face. So how would the Toby or how would that happen at all? So they just break their own
Raymond,
rules.
The Spider-Man.
Maybe the mask, the mask.
Spider-Man.
Maybe
Don't question the
I guess
Spider-Man.
he was saying Peter Parker.
Yeah. That's just not the rules that they implied for like the first Doctor Strange when they said how to do it, like just close your eyes and envision it. And also it was fucking dumb because in Infinity War when Tony was like, I can't call Captain America because I don't have his phone number anymore. We did Civil War. Why didn't Doctor Strange just be like, oh, okay, here's a portal? Like, what the fuck? Oh, I don't know, man. It fell off so hard. I think Infinity War was actually pretty good, though, so I really did enjoy it, and because, it was a different dynamic. They ended it with them losing, and bless you. And it was just kind of like, it was different for me. Because Endgame, I thought was more shit because the Avengers... And then I thought he was gonna scream it and run into battle, but he just he just whispers it. He just goes
Assemble.
Yeah, and then everyone just charges simultaneously, like they all heard him whisper, and it's like, what the fuck?
Q, like the Guardians of the Galaxy Beyond the Hills, like, was that Whisper the Q?
Do we go now? Yeah, like, are we doing this Wakanda forever? That was another one. Even in the new Black Panther, like when they first meet Namor, like they first discover fish people, which that sounds racist to fish people. If you're watching this, please don't sue me, fish people. But so basically they're on this beach and the Wakandans are there, and Namor's like threatening them, and then why are they not laughing at this guy? Like it's just some fucking half naked tribal looking guy that just came out of the water, and you're the most advanced civilization in the entire world. Why are you taking his threats seriously? It's like
Because he's a mutant.
Yeah, but they don't know that. It's like the first time that they see him is like some dude that just crawls out of the water and he's like, "Oh, I'm a fucking fish man and I got a civilization, and if you don't keep quiet about our existence to the rest of the world, we're gonna come after you." So it's like, what are they gonna do if Wakanda just goes to the Americans and is like, "Hey guys, these weird fish people came and taught us that you've been looking for a long time. Don't tell them that we told you where they are." like, what are they gonna do? Go on land?
Honestly, I feel like
Dry up.
a very small percentage of people that did not like Black Panther 2.
Well, I mean,
I wasn't a fan.
I think a lot of Chadwick
I was not a
Boseman,
fan.
you know, I miss him at the same time. You know, he was a very good person and actor, I believe.
Yeah, I
from what I
love the
know.
first Black Panther. That movie was fucking dope.
It was
but
pretty lit, yeah.
damn.
The second one was definitely yeah. Well, it's like Fast and the Furious. It's like when an actor dies and you put out the movie, like Fast and Furious 7, when like Paul Walker died. It was like, oh my god, it's only good because Paul Walker died.
Didn't they end up
it-
using his brother for
To
the
show
actual
how
movie?
much
I
of an
think so.
absolute fossil I am, I liken it more to Garfield minus Garfield, where this guy takes Garfield out of Garfield comics, and it's literally just John talking to no one.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, it just shows like the complete descent of him into sheer madness, and it's beautiful. I live for it.
I had to look this up. I'm gonna write.
Oh.
Let me leave a note real quick.
Garfield minus Garfield.
Me.
Viewers,
sounds
do yourself
hilarious.
a favor. Oh, yes. I don't know, maybe it's just my twisted sense of humor and the fact that I love like stupid nonsense. But
I feel that.
when you take Garfield out of a Garfield comic, it just completely changes the context of the comic.
Well, yeah, because there's nobody for him to say, oh, yeah, I don't care, you don't like Mondays, or here's your lasagna, you know, like.
Yeah, it's just him giving lasagna to nothing. Like, get some therapy, John.
That's hilarious. Where were we? We got derailed. We were talking about shitty movies and stuff, and I was going to bring up the Resident Evil, not the movie. Well, the movies, yeah, we could talk about that too, but the newer show that came out on Netflix, what was that called again?
Welcome to
Resident
Raccoon
Evil.
City.
The show.
Yes.
What was it? Welcome to Raccoon City or something like that, or Raccoon
No,
City?
that
or
was
something?
that was the new movie. Infinite Darkness.
Also, who the fuck
Resident
was the
Evil
character in the
Netflix.
movies? The woman in the movies.
Alice.
Yeah, because she was like a completely brand new like character for the franchise, right?
Yeah, she does not exist, thank God, in the
In the games,
in
yeah.
the games. Yeah,
Because like
It-
in
it-
Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Retribution, and Resident Evil The Final Chapter.
I will say this: the first two movies stand up as pretty alright horror movies on their own right. There's approximately a solid 45 minutes where the third movie is actually alright to watch,
Yeah,
and everything past that 45 minutes,
it's shit.
just throw the whole thing in.
I remember like the scene where they were doing the lasers in the hallway. That was like a very prominent
Oh.
thing for me. That I remember the fucking cube one. The lady just gets cubed or whatever. That shit was
Oh,
nuts.
Oh, that's the stuff, baby. Now, see, a couple different facts about the Resident Evil movies. Did you know that George Romero, the guy who did Night of the Living Dead, actually did write a script for a Resident Evil adaptation that was a little bit more faithful to the game?
Really?
Yes. George Romero had actually worked on a couple of the Japanese commercials for Resident Evil 2, if I remember correctly.
Oh shit. New water.
So he had already had some experience with it. They just chose not to go with it. I don't remember the exact reasoning off the top of my head, but
So they had to
also
make all
going-
this other shit, this other like fucking nonsense, just going in every direction. Fucking Western.
Oh yeah.
Blowing up in a nuke.
So the funny thing about the movies that we did get though, Mila Jovovich's character Alice was not meant to be as big of a character as she ended up being in the final cut of the movie. It was because of Mila's allegedly
Water in my mouth.
Mila's jealousy of Michelle Rodriguez that Rain, who is more focused on in the original script, got rewrote to be killed off towards the end of the movie.
Okay. The fuck?
Yeah. So, also not to mention, that was around the time she and Paul W.S. Anderson got together, so that's why it ended up being a glory show for his wife
Dude,
after all of that.
you know what I was just thinking about? Thank you so much.
Say what?
I was thinking of like a cast for a Devil May Cry movie, like a fan cast. And you want to know what I came up with?
What?
What you got?
Dante is. It would be very hard. I've never seen him act in this direction or act like this way. Jared Padalecki. From
Who?
the guy with the long hair that plays Sam in Supernatural.
Interesting.
Okay.
And then
I
for
just started watching Supernatural. For the first
Virgil,
time.
Virgil, I would want it to be his partner from Supernatural that plays Dean, Jensen
Get the
Ackles.
fuck out. No.
Yeah, come on, no, you have to listen.
No.
And then I thought, what about Nero from Devil May Cry 4? Like, I thought Aaron Paul. You say, bitch.
All right, who do you got for Lady and Trish?
Oh man, you know what? I gotta be honest. I'm pretty gay when it comes to celebrities. I don't have like any female celebrity crushes or anything. I had to think really hard here. Lady and Trish. I think Trish would be like a. I mean, there's not that many good female like actresses nowadays. Honestly, there's a few of them, I guess.
Debatable.
Oh, we just lost Robert. Now I gotta move everything around.
Oh no.
Robert, you son of a bitch. He probably actually went into AFK. Oh. I can't adjust this. Why? God, why? Can I adjust it now? Yeah, I can. Oh, except I can't. Fuck! Okay, we're good. Oh, no, we're not. I need a...
Robert, you sack of wieners.
God damn it, Robert. He's probably ready for some Phasmophobia. We're probably getting around that time. We're gonna play some Phasmophobia tonight. Maybe some Lethal Company. We don't know. We have a lot of Christmas Phasmophobia things to finish up and wrap up with the snowball gun.
Me, who's been playing The Sims this whole time.
But where were we? We're talking about the actors. Like I think he could. I think Jensen Ackles could do it. It would just be really hard on the acting. I think they have the look for it. Like the appearance wise, but the acting would be a challenge, I think, because the voice would not be you could not recreate that man's voice, Virgil, like out of those actors. You can't do that. Virgil's voice is like a little bit more high pitched and scruffier, and it doesn't work.
I don't think Jensen Ackles has the right pitch for it. Like, because I'm just that type of DM, I do a lot of voicing and whatnot, and I love trying to do my best Virgil. Like, foolishness, Brandon, foolishness. Mike controls everything.
Yeah. When did you get into voice acting?
Trust me, I damn well want to, but hey, there's a resolution for next year.
Hey, New Year's resolution! There we go.
Be a voice actor. Figure out the first steps to being a voice actor.
Yeah, I like that one. That was a good one. I hope you get that. I hope you work hard and diligent for that, because that's gonna be a really cool thing for you if you get that.
Catch me in your next indie game.
I got with a lot of different geez, I don't know why I just had like the not Epiphany, but the comic for the dog N-word. I can't. I want to read more on that because okay.
The dog N-word, you say?
Yeah. I can't say it out loud, but there's a comic.
Like Chihuahua?
No, it's literally a comic about like a dude sexually assaults a dog, and then she gives birth to a half dog, half human, and the whole plot of the comic is I'm gonna R-word that dad of mine. It's like a weird manga, and it's like it's called Dog N-word, And the entire plot is he wants to do to his dad what his dad did to his mom as revenge. And it's a real thing too. I'll have to show you later, but
that is wild.
it's a real comic. I'm scared of it, but it's definitely different.
In the immortal words of Joseph Joestar, I'll never forgive the Japanese.
I don't know if it's the Japanese, but that's a good reference though. Oh my god!
Whoa!
I'm a big JoJo's fan, man. I watched all of I'm not super caught up on the manga, but I'm just really impressed with Araki because this man waited how many years to re-put himself into his own series? Like Rohan Kashibi, now he's back after 5 fucking parts.
Check your
My guy, my favorite part of being a JoJo fan is finally understanding the Araki forgot.
Yeah. But a lot of it is explained as to like why it made sense that it just doesn't matter anymore for some of these things. Like give me an Araki I forgot like right now that you think he actually forgot.
Look, I cannot think of one off the top of my head.
I got you.
So
Starfinger. Remember Starfinger?
Oh yeah, dude, that guy came in clutch. Like
no. Because listen, Starfinger doesn't move faster than Star Platinum. His punches are the same speed. Starfinger is only useful in situations where he's like held down and he can't move. So he extends his fingers. That's what he did on the boat with the monkey when the boat was like holding him stuck to the wall. So he used Starfinger. Yeah. That's like the only time where that's useful.
He could have figured out other applications for it though. Had Araki not forgot.
Had he not forgot.
Like, look, I don't know what kind of good ganja Araki's got over in Japan, but like to come up with that kind of story, like it's gonna need some pretty bizarre shit, dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, I like part 9 so far. Wait, yeah, no, yeah.
Hold up, part 9.
Am I on the wrong one? Part 8.
They finished part 8.
Wait, no. I might be wrong. So part 6 is Stone Ocean. Part 7 is Steel Ball Run. Yeah, part 8 was
JoJolion.
Yeah, JoJolion, and then part 9 is the main character is Jodio, and it's two.
What?
Yeah, and there's a trans character, and his stand is like a giant crab or whatever. Like, cool. Yeah, and they brought Rohan Kashibi back into it as a character.
Jodio?
Yeah, his name is Jodio.
Oh my god. Does he have a catchphrase where he says it's not his first Jodio?
Oh my god.
Like, come the fuck on. Like,
I don't know where they're going.
Jodio. He's from Texas.
Where's the soundboard?
Let me see. It's called JoJo Lands. Yeah.
It doesn't take place primarily in Texas. Thank you.
It's called the JoJo Lands. Okay. Let me read the first sentence of the Wikipedia. It's the 9th and third part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It was announced in September 2021 issue of Ultra Jump on August 19th, 2021.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're like a couple years behind, brother.
Yeah, dude. Like I definitely was way bigger into it right around the time part 5 had started getting animated.
I love that because I watched my first. Okay, I just finished part 4, and I took the kids and my mom on vacation to Animal Kingdom, and we walked in the hotel room after a long day of having a good vacation, and I laid down on the bed and I turned on Adult Swim, and the first fucking episode of part 5 that I ended up watching was in that hotel room, and it was the last episode. I watched the finale
You watched the best episode
I was
to
so
wrap it all
upset,
up.
but it was so good.
I'm not a huge fan of part 5.
Okay, see, I understand that because I don't really like the villain, but I love the powers and I love the character interactions because okay, Reset to Zero with Requiem is such an overpowered ability. Like Giovanna could easily beat Goku. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell. Yeah, one punch and he's stuck dying infinitely over and over and over again.
See, I just find a giant hole in the logic of a villain that's like, I don't want to be perceived, but I'm still going to be a crime boss in a very well-known criminal organization.
That's a problem I have with Shang-Chi.
Like, brother, you have to pick a flex. It's like construction workers that wear camouflage jackets and all that. Like, my brother in Christ, pick a flex. Do you want to be seen or not?
Dude, he walks around with pink hair and he's got a bunch of weird things in his hair and he's wearing like fucking fishnets. Yeah, I understand that.
Dude looks like he's the fucking model for the Predator fucking practical effects and all that.
Well,
with the pink ass hair and all that. Like, you are drawing attention, my guy. Not to mention, most of the time you're in a dissociative fugue, which means you are actively like not right.
Yeah, he's like so mentally fucked. He's got like double personalities, and so Louis, this character Doppio is also the boss of like a Italian mob, and they all got these Egyptian god powers. Not to throw you off there, but so basically.
Already threw me in a loop. So
he's got like one personality that's like super passive and docile and really stupid. And every time he has a conversation with his more, bossy, hard ass, dark, evil, edgy villain personality, he always starts doing this thing where he just zones out and goes. And he starts making phone noises, and then he'll just take something random and pick it up and pretend it's a phone. Like he picked up a frog, and he's like, moshi moshi, hello, on the phone. He starts talking to himself with both his personalities. Dude's...
Hello? Yes, hello? Yes.
Moshi moshi, doppio des.
This dude's nuts. But that fight that he had with, what's his name? The guy that controls fucking iron, that was nuts. Dude's like, I can control the iron in your blood, so he fucking, like, stacks the iron in his blood together and makes, like, a pair of scissors appear in, like, his fucking artery, and it just, like, bursts out of his neck. It's like, oh, God. What the fuck? Yeah, that's a good show.
I have to look him up because I will never remember, and it's going to haunt me all night.
Yeah, he's got, like, the dark, eyes with, like, red pupils, I think. Fuck, what was his name?
I remember his stand was Metallica.
Metallica, yeah. All the stands and all the characters are named after like bands and artists. Like
Risotto Nero.
Risotto, yeah, that guy, man. I remember like AC/DC was in part 2. Cars, like the Cars.
Yeah,
that was a good villain too. Was how they beat him was Wamu.
Oh, dude, Wamu's based. Thoroughly based and red-pilled.
That's true, because he, like, is super honorable and died in battle. That's a good guy.
Yeah.
And he was a villain. No. He respected the main character, and that made him a good villain, and I like that. That was good.
Yeah, no, and that's not something you see a lot of in most media. It's always got to be, oh, you're a little bitch. Your mama smokes crack. I bet your mama hasn't shaved her ass in 13 years. Looks like Don King's about to bust out and say, oh, you're America.
Oh my god, I love the White Chicks reference.
God.
White Chicks was amazing.
Yo, White Chicks is
literally so good.
Guys, we're going back to the spoof movies with like African American leads. We're getting back into microbacteria talking. We're almost there. We're almost full circle.
Back.
What
was your guys' favorite spoof movie?
Oh man, Probably fucking not Van Helsing, Stan Helsing. With the guy that plays what's his name from Shameless? V's husband, Kevin. Yeah.
What is this called?
Stan Helsing, bro. He's like Van Helsing, but it's Stan Helsing. And it's like he's got fucking like a Chucky in it. It's got like all these different like monsters that are like more modern.
Oh my gosh, made in fucking 2009.
Yeah, Steve Howie.
Steve Howie,
Yeah, he plays fucking Kevin in Shameless, dude.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Stan Helsing? Holy
I've
shit!
never heard of this either.
Yeah, there's like a
I gotta
Hellraiser
watch
character.
Let me watch.
Oh, it's got the
trailer
who's
to it.
that actor that plays in fucking Good Burger? He's in it too.
Which one?
The guy that plays
Yeah,
shit.
I'm watching the trailer for it right now.
Watching the trailer.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
I'm trying to remember the character's name. Well, it's Kenan Thompson.
Oh. Keenan, no! See, if we're talking like spoof movies, like my all-time favorite is Spaceballs. Mel Brooks.
Oh my god, that took
Yeah,
me
I
back.
haven't watched Spaceballs either.
What? You haven't seen
What?
Spaceballs?
I've never seen Spaceballs.
Louis, we're doing a movie night, and you're watching Spaceballs.
Yo,
And-
instead of just invite him and Eddie over.
True.
You have to.
We need to do that. And all the viewers, they're gonna watch Spaceballs, and if they don't, we're building a wall, and the viewers are gonna pay
It's-
for it.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
Hitler's fist.
Fucking dead.
What the fuck? He's
Uh,
funny.
Remember the disaster movie?
I love the disaster.
I do
Oh.
remember
movie.
Disaster Movie. Did you know that was that Kim Kardashian was in that movie?
Yeah,
And I
she
think
played
that was her
Lisa.
first movie.
That was her first movie? No way.
I think that was her first movie.
Fun fact: Paris Hilton was in a musical called Rebo the Genetic Opera.
Oh, that
that's
movie's
a
base.
yeah.
Oh, dude,
I remember
Rebo
that.
is so fucking good.
Oh,
It's made
Zydrated
with the
Anatomy.
same company that does Saw.
Zydrate Anatomy.
Zydrate Anatomy.
Oh,
Mm,
great.
that is my favorite song from that movie.
Yep, it was her
I-
first. It was her first movie,
Wow, that's amazing.
disaster movie in 2008.
That's hilarious. Look, they had like Batman and fucking Iron Man in it, and the Hulk.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember the end song in that fucking movie? There's
Well,
a song
was
that
it
they
like a
all
part?
sing.
Oh no, they all sing it.
Yeah, bro. They all have a part. You gotta
What-
fucking listen to
What
that
the
shit.
fuck?
Dude, I'm sorry. I gotta throw it back to the original 3 scary movies.
Oh, they're so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
They're so good. Scary
Oh,
Movie
yeah.
4 was shit
Leslie-
though.
Leslie Nielsen was the best part of those movies.
Oh yeah, no, she was a fantastic actress. And half the time, like
Oh,
when,
no.
like in Scary
He-
Movie 3, when Leslie the
The president.
Okay. Oh really?
The president.
Oh, wasn't
Yeah.
he in a few like
yeah, dude.
who played the fucking what's her name? The main actress in it. She was really good.
Anna Faris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she
I love her. She's great.
Oh, she's a treat.
Perfect.
she fucking like the scene where they threw the kid up into the fan and the fucking fan like threw the kid out the window. Like
Okay, if we're talking
Have
I'm
you
not-
seen her in movie 42? I think it is.
Oh my god, movie 43 is fucking hilarious with Hugh
Is it
Jackman. where it's-
43?
It is
What the
43.
fuck?
Huge
Movie.
Jackman.
He's got the
43.
fucking testicles on his fucking throat.
oh, Jeremy Allen White was in it.
He's also in Shameless.
Yo, shout out to Anna Faris. She did not deserve what Chris Pratt put her through, and I'm just saying, if you're still looking, baby, I'm right here.
He's right here.
I'm
If
right
we're talking
here.
spoof movies,
Bro, you're fucking-
I think fucking Scary
Your
Movie.
hand.
I will
fucking
pick-
top tier.
I will pick up the ball where Chris Pratt dropped it.
Okay, so wait, what was your the best scene out of Scary Movie 3? It was like how do you wake up dead?
Oh, how the hell you gonna wake up dead?
That was such a good like skit.
Oh my god.
It's like
That movie's fucking genius. Like the whole the scene where they're peeing out of their finger.
Yeah,
and,
the president starts doing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, like
man.
that shit is genius. The Wayne's, oh god, the Wayne's brothers. Oh, just I cannot fathom what happened to that series after Scary Movie 3.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Superhero Movie?
Yes.
Oh, was that with Drake Bell?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
So bad,
gross.
but so funny.
Wait,
Yep.
what?
Superhero
Uh,
movie.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
I fucking
oh yeah.
fuck Drake Bell, but god damn it, was this a funny ass movie?
Yeah, no, Drake
Was.
Bell gonna burn in hell, bro.
Yeah,
I
I mean a
won't
lot of those
actively
Nickelodeon
support.
guys are.
Yeah, I won't actively support him now because of all the shit that's come out, but that movie was funny back in the day.
I've actually it's weird because at work I've been listening to the Ned's Classified podcast while I'm working, like just like them talking about like how the show was and
Oh
all
my
the
god,
all the in betweens.
did you watch the one where Lindsay Shaw straight up was like, bro, I ran through the entire Ned's cast before I landed on this, like, on the main character?
She actually said that.
She did.
She actually said she banged
did,
like
because
every.
I follow their podcast on TikTok, and I saw the
How
clip.
old was she when she?
Probably
fucking-
underage.
They all were 12.
Yeah, that's
they all were 12
fucking-
when when
Yeah.
Ned was filming. They were actually in middle school.
Oh
Stay
God!
classy,
Yeah.
San Diego.
Stay in
Interesting.
school, Hollywood.
And
Stay in
she- hold on,
school.
let me see if I can fucking find
No,
it.
stay out of the schools. They're too young in the schools.
Oh wait, no, not Hollywood. Kids in Hollywood stay in school. Hollywood don't go to school.
Kids stay in school. Yeah.
Remember, kids, stay in Hollywood.
No.
Huh.
Oh, Jeffrey Epstein's client list. Did you hear about
Oh.
that? That was
What?
very recent news.
Can we search that up right now?
I don't know if that's
Fucking
the 150 people. The 8 days ago, I see CBS, I see New York Magazine.
Wait, what list?
What's his
We
name?
got like 150 people. Either it's like a Christmas present to us. Charlie from West Critical was talking about it.
Talking about what?
We got a new list of people who were in Epstein's like bookings.
God.
I mean, there's probably thousands, but fuck off. I'm not gonna turn off my ad blocker, you stupid bitch. I'll fix it next time. Go away. U.S. federal judge ruled on Monday that a list of Jeffrey Epstein's alleged victims and associates, some of whom have been accused of being involved in the disgraced financiers, exploitation, and abuse of underage girls, must be unsealed and made public. More than 150 names may be made public as part of the settled civil lawsuit against British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, who was found guilty of conspiring with Epstein to sexually abuse underage girls for at least a decade. Brought by Virginia, I'm going to butcher your name, Virginia, Geoffrey, who accused Maxwell of recruiting her for abuse. Guthrie has called Maxwell the mastermind behind Epstein's sex trafficking ring. The list of names could include Epstein's accused co-conspirators as well as a wide range of listed people in the lawsuit. Oh my God. Yeah, so when's this supposed to be dated? When will the documents be unsealed? Judge Preska listed 187 J. Does, like John Does, on the court documents and ruled many of them should be unsealed in full. Some of those J. Does appear twice and others are minors, so it's not yet known what the final tally of names will be released. Epstein's associates were named in a settled civil defamation suit filed by Virginia in 2015 against Maxwell, so this is civil suit is supposed to be coming to an end. So about 14 days to object. Oh, so the John Does have 14 days to object to the publication of their names. The ruling allows any impacted Doe the opportunity to appeal, the court documents said. After the windows closes, the documents will be on. It doesn't tell me when, you fucking stupid website. It's CBS.
Of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's supposed to be coming. It's big news, and a lot of people have been talking about it. But this is a different website. This is the Intelligencer, which does not sound like it's a viable source at all. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I usually just read a few of them, and, whatever. I don't like coming to conclusions too often, but god damn it. I mean, I say that and I come to conclusions pretty often, but hey, I digress. That's nuts. Hollywood, you're nuts. If you're listening to this right now and you're from Hollywood, you're a piece of shit. You should probably not exist. I'm not telling you to kill yourself, but yeah, hey, if you do it, I don't care. Thank you.
I like a nice little time to that.
Yeah, I can't believe nobody hit the soundboard. Like Louis Angel, that's your job. Like,
I figured you'd. I didn't figure anything.
yeah, there's nothing there, no applause.
I got something.
Who killed Hannibal?
A bonk.
I got a bonk.
Whew, got a brain hurt. All right, we're almost at the hour and 30-minute mark of this, so we'll start heading towards the direction of wrapping it up. We definitely had a lot of gaming talk today, which was nice to get around. I know you haven't played too many games for Capcom games, Louis, but my favorite Capcom game of all time is going to sound really stupid. It's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
That's not a stupid answer.
That is my favorite fighting game of all time because I had an infinite combo with Ryu where I just wouldn't let you get out of it. And the second that landed, it was over.
See, okay, so I adore Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm a huge Venom fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the one reason why I liked Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was because they added Venom back as DLC. And Venom and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, so good. But I still feel like 3 was just a better game, you know?
Oh, 3 was a much better game. Like, no contest. Like, there's no greater thrill than watching your opponent be like, huh, I still have all 3 of my characters, and you've only got Virgil left.
And then
Wait,
you just
full health.
Virgil.
Full health, 4 bars of super, and X Factor.
You're done.
Pop the X Factor.
Yeah, because
Pop Devil Trigger. Just fucking ball, dude.
Go ham.
Like,
yeah, it's beautiful.
My friend and I would sit there and play like 10 rounds, and I could not use Virgil or Dante for at least 7 out of the 10 rounds. After round 6, the gloves were off.
Yeah, Ryu is definitely my best character, but if I had like a close second, it might be Dante. I feel like his combos were a little bit more like complicated for me, but once I got the whole kicking thing down, like the forward down diagonal forward was the hardest combination.
Satellite into gunchucks.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that.
The little shotguns, like doing the double shotguns, like yeah, that was really fucking hard. That was really good though.
Oh, dude, for me it was I could play efficiently Dante, Virgil, Jill.
Which is nuts because Jill transformed from like a cop to like I'm doing backflips with scorpions and fucking like what the fuck? Like,
oh yeah,
holy
it's
shit,
face, dude.
That's nuts.
Nemesis actually, like the Resident Evil gang, all day. The Devil May Cry gang, all day. Super Scroll, shout out to my boy.
I liked Phoenix, right? Because he like one shots you with his like fully hyper combo 5. When you get all the evidence and you switch over to
Oh, dude, Phoenix Wright's fucking dope.
Objection, and then just
I adore Phoenix Wright just in general. Like
Oh, what am I talking about?
There's
my main is Zero, bro. Zero was like.
Oh yeah, no, Zero for sure.
Yeah, and then they took him out of Ultimate, I think. No, sorry, Infinite.
Zero, Hiryu,
I couldn't understand Hiryu that often. Beautiful Joe was so good. I loved Beautiful Joe. He's such a good character to play in that game. And then Matarasu was also a really good character, really overpowered. Switching between the different elements. Yeah, it brings me back.
See, I feel wrong when I fight Amaterasu. It's like, why would I hit dog?
Yeah, why am I punching a dog? Like, this is animal abuse. It's like
Well, especially me who plays Virgil. Like, why am I slashing the dog?
with a sword.
This
Also,
this runs counter to my actual job.
his like dash ability was super complicated because like he does the dash and then all the sword slashes come afterward, so it's like a trail of slashes behind him, and I was never able to time that properly because it always confused the fuck out of me.
See, that's the beauty of when I started to really take UMBC 3 seriously a couple years back. I was fresh off playing through the first couple of Devil May Cry games because it was still the hype cycle for Devil May Cry 5.
Right.
So like it was just easier for me to kind of understand like, okay, here's the application for this move. How do I accomplish this move from the game, like the base game, and when is it going to be applicable?
Right.
It's just it fits the right notes. It plays perfectly.
I've been getting a lot of clips from the UMVC3 community on Reddit. I don't know why, it's just recommending it a lot to me. It like a lot of people are still playing that game, and I was actually watching people play Venom in that game. I don't know if it's like a mod or something, but I've been watching a lot of it. Like it's just coming on more frequently on my Reddit feed, and I'm loving it. Like a lot of people are talking about like, ooh, well, what about these combos or this, and they're like genuinely like trying to learn the game, and that's why I liked Dragon Ball Fighter Z a lot, was because it really brought like a Marvel vs. Capcom feel to a Dragon Ball game, and I just wish that they did that for J Stars, because that would have made that game so much better than what it is now.
I am honest to God hoping that there is a day that Bandai Namco realizes that arena fighters like J Stars and what are the other ones? Fucking the later Dragon Ball, the later
Xenoverse and
Naruto.
fucking, the Ninja Storm. Yeah, they're all ass.
Yeah, just stop with that. It's not what we want. Like more fighters, please. Like give us give us fighters too.
The two-dimensional fighting games are always going to be the best. Like Mortal Kombat, like just came out with MK1, and we get to see Omni-Man. You know, we're going to get Homelander, Peacemaker. Like we got all these new characters. Like we had fucking Kratos in MK9 and Freddy Krueger, and then we got Predator, we got Jason, we got Leatherface, we got fucking the Xenomorph alien. We got so many different
Xenomorph alien.
Yeah, we got so many different characters in Mortal Kombat that just made the game so much better and so much more interesting. And that's like my good thing about the roster for Smash Bros. Too, because like the roster for Smash got so amazing that like okay, we eventually got the rights for Sora from Kingdom Hearts, but that was a big gripe of mine because they made World of Light was their adventure mode. It wasn't a subspace emissary. It wasn't a campaign, and I feel like they lost a lot of character interaction from that. Like they could have made it like a subspace emissary, and they could have put Sora as like a main character in it, because at the end of the fucking World of Light, you fight the God of Darkness and the God of Light, which is a fucking insane concept in both of like Smash and in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is all about, the darkness and the light and and that would have fit right in with that theme. So having him be like the final DLC character was just a fat fucking L in my opinion.
I have to agree. I think it's kind of... So here's the thing. Like, I thought a lot of the DLC for Ultimate was kind of a stretch. Like, who the fuck really wants to see Minecraft Steve?
Oh, I honestly, like,
Actually,
I feel
fun
that, but a
fact,
lot of people...
Steve is fucking broken.
He's like the
Steve was
strongest.
banned.
Yeah.
He was banned from tournaments because he was OP.
And
Same
so
with
is Sora,
Sora.
isn't he?
But yeah, they did the same thing. They did the same thing with Hero
Yeah.
from Dragon Quest. Like they don't understand, like, putting these fucking busted ass characters into this game does not make for a fun experience. It makes the meta oppressive. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, for Christ's sake. I know something about a game that crushes your balls while you try to play it.
Pot of greed, pot of greed, pot of greed.
actually, pot of greed's been banned since like 2004.
I know. I only said that to hear you say that.
Oh my god! Like I have a whole like group chat that our icon is the pot of greed thing, and we make jokes like, "What does pot of greed do?"
The Team 4 Star did the Cell versus series, where it was like Cell was waiting for the tournament, and fucking Yamayuti approached him, and this is after the Pokemon one, where he thought that he was talking about no, it was before the Pokemon one. So he's like, oh, Ancient Pharaoh. He's like, finally, I get to do this. So they're sitting there and they're playing the game like for hours. And he's like, actually, that's illegal. This is tournament illegal. And he's sitting there reading all the rules to Yugi, saying that he's just breaking the rules of his own games. And and then after that, that's when the Ash Ketchum one released, and he's like, wait, are these dual monsters? He's like, no, they're pocket monsters. He's like, do you keep them in your pocket? He's like, no, they're in balls. He's like, well, they're ball monsters. You use them to fight each other. They're goddamn dual monsters. That was a good fucking.
Oh, monsters, you.
That was such a good series.
No, like I look, I loved Kingdom Hearts growing up. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of the best action RPGs I've ever played.
Oh, absolutely.
Not taking into account Hollow Knight, which is arguably one of the greatest games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
The series just has such a hard fucking drop after like.
Oh, dude, you know.
I'll say the last good Kingdom Hearts game, Birth by Sleep. That is the last good Kingdom Hearts game, and even that is kind of pushing it, especially considering all the shit with Xehanort.
Kingdom Hearts 2 had this massive appeal when you visited every world to unlock every world, and that was just for your regular traveling to go there. And it had a lot of different subplots that all intermingled with Organization 13 and even with Maleficent and Pete. And they didn't do that in the third game, and then you go back to Hollow Bastion, and you do the whole shit with the Door to Darkness and with Tron and all these characters where you have like this big intermingling in all these character interactions, and then you have the Thousand Heartless battle, and you have this giant fucking battle halfway through the game, and everything changes, so now you have to go back to all the worlds again, and that was so good because I was really hoping that in Kingdom Hearts 3, since they got, the Marvel rights, that like halfway through the game you got like a Thanos boss battle.
I don't think Disney had the rights to Marvel.
During Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah, I think they claimed the rights to Marvel after.
When did Disney acquire Marvel?
It's like 2010.
2009, December 30th, 2009. Yeah, definitely came out.
Yeah, because they've been running comics. They've been running comics for Star Wars for a long time.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
They really ruined. Oh god, you know what? I don't want to say they ruined Star Wars because George Lucas kind of ruined Star Wars with his own plot, but he had really good, cool stuff with fucking choreography. But holy fuck, the plot of Star Wars is so brain melting.
I'm going to say this, and this is the only thing I want to put into the Star Wars topic because I do want to get back to the topic we just were about to offshoot from.
Yeah.
I don't have any, because I have no expectations for anything. It's hard for a Star Wars thing to disappoint me because I'm just here for the plot. Now, that argument does not stand for the sequels. Fuck what happened with the sequels.
Well, even the prequels, like the first episode 1, Phantom Menace. One of the very first scenes is the Jedi are going to the Separatists because they're suspicious of the Separatists, so they're investigating the Separatists. And the Separatists are offering the Jedi drinks. They're like, here, have some drinks. Which the Jedi should be suspicious of because there should be fucking rat poison in the drinks. And they're just sitting there drinking the drinks that they just got from their enemies going, this is suspicious. And there's no poison in the drinks or nothing. And then some goober had an argument with me on fucking Facebook about it, like fucking 6 years ago. And he was like, well, actually, if you read the books, then you'd know that Jedi can sense poison. It's like, okay, well, how hard is that to put in your movie, idiot? Like, what the fuck? Like, just fucking say that. Like, like, oh, I already sensed the drink. It's not poisoned or something. Just literally like a line. I don't know. Don't make me
Well-
read a book. Don't make me read a whole fucking book just to understand one scene in your movie that you didn't explain.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a problem with Star Wars. What I do have a problem with is the fact that fucking Fortnite keeps replacing and releasing Star Wars collabs, and it's pissing me off. We want other stuff, and not just fucking Star Wars.
I love you.
Fuck.
Okay, going back. Let's go back. Holy fuck. We were talking about Disney. Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, yes.
Oh
Okay,
my god, I
so
almost went all the way back to Disaster Movie. I don't know why I was like...
you want to know what I find the most egregious thing about Kingdom Hearts 3?
What?
We have to wait, 13 fucking years for the game to come out? And when it does come out, it's like, hey, guess what? You have to pay $30 for a story, or for a DLC story that actually completes the
God,
game.
I hate that too. It's so shit.
Also, here's the thing. We gave you 13 fucking years of our time. Make a complete story, you cucks.
Yeah, don't just make a fucking halfway game and then put a DLC out.
Oh, don't when I got Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm like, oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's see how this is gonna go. And as soon as I saw them flash 2.9, I instantaneously groaned in my head and said, if they don't have something that pulls me within the first hour, I'm dropping this game hard.
That's hilarious.
And let me tell you, I got past the first hour. I got all the way up to about Monsters Inc., and that is where I stopped.
See, okay, I had another issue with that as well. Because, what was it? They did this fucking thing where, you had Rapunzel as a companion, but not Elsa. You had this bitch with long hair, but not the bitch with ice powers that's actually deadly.
That can be actually pretty powerful.
Oh, it's just the giant snowman. But why don't you just add her as a second companion? You could add the giant snowman and her. That's what they did. They had fucking Rapunzel and Flynn were companions that fought alongside you. So why the fuck it's like Pirates of the Caribbean. All they had was Jack Sparrow. But the whole time, fucking all the other characters are there. Why not add Barbossa in? Why not add fucking Orlando Bloom's character in? Which also
Will Turner.
Yeah.
Throw some respect on it.
Will Turner.
I was
Will
about to
Turner.
say, do you know what his character's name was?
It was also really awkward because every time you did the underwater stuff, Jack Sparrow couldn't go underwater with you because he can't breathe underwater like how you can. But he would always still follow you above water, so he's just kind of floating in the middle of the ocean, still following you. I don't know. That was really awkward, but it was really fun. Yeah, the game sucked, but it was still fun.
Mm.
But no,
Finished playing Kingdom Hearts.
I legit dropped it.
You're
I don't
very
remember
right
what game it
too.
was.
It got really cringe and boring and shit, but
I don't
yeah.
remember what game. It might have been Resident Evil 2 remake, but yeah, no. Once that game came out, my friendship with every other game ended immediately.
That's fair. I respect that. Well, that was a really good episode. We got a lot going there. It's kind of like our last episode. We just kind of talked about a lot of different stuff. This time we kind of kept it mainly revolving around gaming and movie adaptations of gaming. We did talk about the Resident Evil franchise as a whole and Capcom in general. So I'm very glad that we got around to all those things. Did you have any more questions for Jake before we wrapped up the show tonight, Louis?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. Well, Jay, thank you for being on the show tonight. It was definitely really fun to talk about these things and get your perspective on the gaming world and the entertainment world in general, and your take on all of these topics.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
And the best part of it all, actually, She-Hulk.
Yeah, he
forget it.
likes
Won't
She-Hulk. Jake,
Let's see
liked
if I come
She-Hulk.
back. Call in on the number on your screen to see if Jake lives or dies.
Oh. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the Talk Box. Good night.